Arsenal have rekindled their interest in Cody Gakpo, the lad that plays for PSG and heaven in Eredivisie in the for you, and he's really at the age of just 23 years of age. He fits well into the system of Arsenal, and everything that is so much linked to him is now back in the news. But remember, to me, I really don't see this deal as viable or going to happen in the for you, because the position where he plays in, Arsenal has close to 3 players that have comfortably fitted into that position in the for you. So we are talking Gabriel Jesus, we are talking Pablo Mari, and very many other stories in here for you onto this channel, which goes by names of Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? This is the channel that brings you latest news and information as far as all your teams are concerned, apart from Manchester United, because we have a different channel that does United content known as United Matters channel, and you can as well go and really search for it if at all you really want things concerning Manchester United in the for you. But Cody Gakpo is back in the news, and everyone is so much talking about him today, because yesterday looked like a slow day. News was not all that much in the for you, but finally we are back with the transfer news in the for you as far as the Arsenal camp is concerned in the for. Yesterday brought you a story of Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta giving us an update on the injuries situation of players like Gabriel Jesus. Then there was a player who goes by the names of Tomiyasu, Fabio Vieira, Emily Smith-Rowe, and Kian Tierney. Arsenal has close to 5 players who are really trying to recover and get back to training as soon as possible in there for you. And I think you enjoyed that video, because I read your comments. There was so much interesting in there for you. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Someone will ask me that, Rokani, how do I really subscribe to your channel? All right, go into the lower right bottom corner. There is that red button. Hit it, and after hitting it or smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified each and every time I upload a video onto this channel in there for you. Now, Rokani David is my name as usual, and I'm here to really bring you the story of a side which goes by names of Arsenal, PSG and heaven, and Cody Gakpo in there for you. Now today we had a reporter known as Rick Rekindle for you. He's a PSV watcher in there for you. So he's really so much close to PSG, and there's a close source coming in from PSG. They've told us that Arsenal's interest in Cody Gakpo is concrete. PSG will try to keep him for 1 more year. Arsenal will need to pay more than 40 million euros or 34 million pounds for the player via Eric in the for you. So when you look at the situation right now as far as Cody Gakpo is concerned and joining Arsenal in the for you, it's really intense, and his interest has been confirmed as concrete in there for you. Then we're having another story saying that Arsenal have reignited their interest in Cody Gakpo. There is a chance the player will sign for them in the for you. Arsenal will have to wait until PSG's EU Champions League queues 2nd all night of August versus Monaco to get the deal done in there for you. So it shows you that Arsenal is interested in this player, but amidst these people coming out and linking this player to Arsenal, for me, I'm not convinced, guys. I'm not convinced. Why? Cody Gakpo plays well off the left flank as a winger on the left, yet he's right-footed. Yet that means he plays as an inverted right winger on the left flank in there for you. In the number of goals are scored, like how the number of goals are scored, the assists that were really so immense into his season with PSV really came off the left. You can't tell me that Arsenal is bringing in a player who's going to play off the left. That's out. That's out. I don't really believe in this story. That's why I really go back to what Fabrizio told us, that Arsenal is really looking at a mystery winger. A winger that you're not going to even believe that Arsenal is in for him. And he told us that Arsenal will only go ahead to spend when they really get the right choice of a midfielder, especially who plays on the right side of the midfield. And he's supposed to be left-footed and talented. You get? Like a Rafinha. You get? So I 100% believe that this story really has not yet gotten legs to me. It's still crawling. It doesn't have legs. It doesn't have legs according to me. And I'll be very much surprised if at all Arsenal really goes in for Cody Gakpo according to me. Interest has been there, but there is no way you bring in Cody Gakpo when you're having 3 players playing into a position that Cody Gakpo will come in and fit best at Arsenal. 1, Martinelli. You saw him yesterday. You saw him on Saturday night when they're playing Chelsea. he's really very talented and obviously the first choice of Arsenal. And to me, I will believe that Martinelli is better than Cody Gakpo. One, he's Premier League proven and he has really shown it up to Mikel Arteta that please, I really come in here and I really do the job as you tell me to do it. So why bring in a player like him after him? After Cody Gakpo, after Martinelli, there is a player who goes by the names of Emile Smith-Rowe. He also plays that side. You get? And he scored close to 11 goals and put up some assists last season. That is Emile Smith-Rowe. If we look at Cody Gakpo, however much they're so much in love with him, I really believe that he has nothing much he's going to bring to Arsenal, I think. Because on that side, when you look at Cody Gakpo, he played 27 games and scored 12 goals and 13 assists. When you look at Martinelli last season, let me see what Martinelli had. All right. Martinelli scored 6 goals and 6 assists. Then Emile Smith-Rowe scored 10 goals with 2 assists in there for you. So it shows you that there is no reason as to why Arsenal will go in for Cody Gakpo. No reason. Martinelli is 20. Martinelli is how old is Martinelli? Martinelli is 21. Emile Smith-Rowe is 21. And Cody Gakpo is 23. And I don't believe that Cody Gakpo would like to come in and decide which goes by Arsenal to be a bench player. I doubt. He won't believe that. He just wants to come in here as a starter. So I don't believe this story amidst it being traded everywhere. And I really believe that it's the agent of Cody Gakpo trying to create noise for his client, because I assume the client is really pushing him on pressure that please, I want to get out of the Eredivisie. With the season I had, I must be having some suitors. That's why you see that very many teams like Leeds are being linked with him, because if Arsenal were linked into this guy, they would have already gotten him, because 34 million pounds, those are peanuts for Arsenal. If they are going in for Rafinha at 60 million pounds, why not get in Gakpo at 34? I really believe that the winger that Arsenal are interested in should be a left-footed winger who plays as an inverted winger onto the right side of the attacking midfield. That Bukayo Saka position is lacking. You saw the difference. When you see Martinelli and the flair he brings to Arsenal, you saw that really Arsenal right side is lacking, because Bukayo Saka is very selfish. Whenever he gets that ball, he just tries to take on players. Yet sometimes you need to be unpredictable. And Bukayo Saka is predictable. And secondly, the main reason of a right or left attacking midfielder should be creating goals for the centre forward and creating assists in there for you. So, for Bukayo Saka, he knows that he's supposed to be scoring goals, and creating assists is something that doesn't really come right to him. It's like it's not in his DNA. You get? Look at the game of Chelsea. Arsenal would have scored Chelsea in the 5th minute of the game, because Martinelli got them on the counter. He passed in Bukayo Saka, and Bukayo Saka selfishly went for a goal, however narrow the angle was. Instead, he would have really passed that ball back to Martinelli, because Martinelli was well placed and was going really to go ahead and really put that ball into the empty net, because the goalkeeper had already made movement out of his goal line. But Martinelli had done it earlier. He passed him in through, and what Bukayo Saka had to do was to go in and really pass in Martinelli again, but he couldn't. You get? He's too selfish. That's what I can tell you in the for you. So I really believe that Arsenal need a left inverted winger who plays on the right side of the attacking midfield. That's why the story of Paqueta, amidst Edu coming out and really rubbishing it, I still hold it in high esteem that the result of probability that guy is going to come to Arsenal. I really believe he's going to come to Arsenal, because he's one of a kind that Arsenal will always love to have. He gives you lots of flexibility and versatility in that Arsenal midfield. You get? He plays almost in attacking positions of the midfield. And with next season us having close to 5 substitutions, that shows you that Paqueta might be the ideal player in the for you. And Paqueta is the same price as Cody Gakpo. All of them are 34 million pounds. And I really believe that Paqueta addresses the problems of Arsenal better than Cody Gakpo. To me, I really believe that Paqueta is a perfect fit into that Arsenal lineup because the flair on the right wing is lacking. Yet Cody Gakpo won't bring you that flair on the right wing. He will bring you that flair on the left. Something I don't believe that Arsenal will go in for a player who is going to play off the left side. No way, no way, no way. Martinelli, Emily Smith-Rowe, and there was even Reece Nelson because Arteta is saying he's keeping Reece Nelson. So I don't see that happening, guys. I'm sorry to say, if at all I've annoyed you, I'm sorry, but I don't see Cody Gakpo to Arsenal, guys. Then there is a story that has been reported from Madrid about Gabriel Jesus, either for you, and this shows you how big a signing Gabriel Jesus was for Arsenal. This time round, we've gotten a story from El Greno, either for you, has told us that Real Madrid wanted to sign Gabriel Jesus this summer. He was Ancelotti preferred striker. People tell me, no, even Mbappe is a striker. Mbappe is not a striker, he's a forward who plays off the left and right flanks. He's not a person that will lead the line for you. You get? That's why even at the France national team, they play him with Karim Benzema, or Anton Martial, or Nkunku, or Moussa Diaby, or which other player? You get? He's not going to lead the line for you. He's good while playing off the left or right flanks in there for you. But when you look at Real Madrid, they're interested in Gabriel Jesus. Obviously, this shows you how perfect a signing Arsenal got. Arsenal got themselves a signing that very many big clubs wanted. And it showed you that they are really having a project that can convince every player to come in and play for. Because Gabriel Jesus is not a usual striker. He's a world-class striker, proven. And he's going to go ahead and really showcase it more at Arsenal. You saw him in the friendlies Arsenal played. He played 4 games. He scored 4 goals with 1 assist. And trust me, he's going to mirror that performance from the preseason to the Premier League. He's really going to put up a race. And I tell you, people who have been coming out telling me that, please, Arsenal have signed a striker who has never even scored 20 goals in the Premier League. I tell you guys, have you been watching the Premier League? How many times has Pep Guardiola been playing him as a centre forward? Can I get your answer? They go bam because every time he played him as a centre forward, Gabriel was a threat. You get? He scored. Last season, the games he played as a forward, there is one who scored 4 goals. There is another one who scored like 3. You get? Even that game against Chelsea, when he scored that goal in the for you with his quick feet. Magical. Quick feet from him with that exquisite finish in the for you. So, superlative talent. I really believe that this lad is really one that Arsenal got, and very many other clubs were interested in him. To bring you up to speed, it was not only Arsenal that were interested in this lad. It was not Arsenal that were interested in this lad. Juventus were interested. Spurs wanted him. Chelsea wanted him. PSG wanted him. And now we've heard that even Real Madrid wanted this player. Kudos to Mikel Arteta and Edu for really landing this deal, because it's one that is really putting Arsenal to where they're supposed to be. Arsenal is back in its shape because of this guy. Trust me, even where Thierry Henry is, he now believes that, all right, there is a forward at Arsenal who is going to get the job done. Trust me, one centre forward who can score 20 goals a season for Arsenal in the Premier League can grant them the trophy. Secondly, he can grant them a Champions League spot. Thirdly, he can win the Golden Boot. Trust me. Why? The entire team of Arsenal is going to be playing for Gabriel Jesus. That's it. So for the very first time ever since Gabriel Jesus joined the Premier League in 2017 from Brazil, he is getting a team that is going to be playing for him. At Man City, it wasn't the case. Man City, the way it's set up, no team is meant for Man City. No player is meant for Man City. I don't know whether for Haaland it's going to work out that way, but I really believe that no player is meant to be like the spin of the team. You get? Because managers like Pep Guardiola believe that if at all you do your team like that, that player, when he really walks out of your team, then you'll suffer a lot. That's what he really believes. So 100% believe that he's going to come in here and Arsenal is going to be playing for him, and that's the benefit that's going to benefit, and hence he's going to score very many goals. I predict him really scoring very many goals this season in the full year. He's going to break lots of records that he had not really made up at the side, which goes by the names of Man City in there for you. Then we're having a story from Luca Bendoni. He's telling us Pablo Mari is one of George Jesus' favorite names to replace Kim Min-jae, who's set to sign for Napoli. There have already been contacts with his agent. There is interest more than concrete. So, Pablo Mari, having had a very bad start at Arsenal last season, you remember the game of Brentford, he was really battered, and Lukaku battered him too. Even Man City battered. And when Ben White returned with Gabriel Jesus, they got him out of the central defense, and he never played again for Arsenal until they loaned him to Udinese in Italy. But his spell at Udinese was really so much great that really paid off lots of fruits, and he's now having very many suitors. I've had AC Milan, there is Verona. There are close to 4 teams in the Serie A that are really love his services. And now finally, there is one coming in from Turkey known as Fenerbahce. They want to take him. But how much is Arsenal putting onto the head of this guy, Pablo Mari? Because he looks good on the ball, but the physicality of the Premier League is always something that is always disturbing on him. That's why Arsenal are really looking for a left-footed central defender who can come in and do the job of Gabriel Jesus, provided Gabriel Jesus is away. People will say that we have Saliba, but having Saliba and Ben White and Rob Holding and Gabriel Jesus is not enough. You need another one who is left-footed. Nowadays in the modern game, every manager is looking for a left-footed central defender because he suits so much onto the left side of the central defense. That's why Arsenal were going in for Lisandro Martinez, because he's left-footed and he's good at playing central defense. So they want to offload Pablo Mari from Arsenal and then bring in a player who is going to play as a left-footed central defender at Arsenal. So Arsenal is still so much in the market. If at all the coming in of Zinchenko was the end, if you thought that was the end, you are lying to yourself. Arsenal is so much into this. They very much want to get in more signings. He requested for 7. I think 3 more to go, because Marquinhos was like an addition that was not really expected to come through, because even Edwards told us that he needs to get used to the Premier League. They need to really get him time, and he needs to get used. And he has told us that he even told the family that he's young, he's coming in at Arsenal, and the Premier League is totally different, so he needs to get some time to get used to the Prem. That's it. So Arsenal is really in the market after bringing in Matt Turner, Marquinhos, Fabio Vieira, Gabriel Jesus, and Zinchenko. 3 more to go. They need a central defender with the left foot. They need a central midfielder, and all eyes pointing on Tielemans. Then they need an inverted winger, or a left-footed winger playing as a left inverted winger onto the right side of the attacking midfield. That is Arsenal for you in there for you. So smash the like button, comment, and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Guys, go into the comment section. Tell me what you think about Cody Gakpo. Do you really believe that it's not realistic? It's the agent trying to cook this story in there for you, because Arsenal had registered interest in this lad even last season. Even in January, Arsenal were wanting this guy. But right now, I don't believe they're in need of this guy, because where he plays, Arsenal is 100% doing okay in that side. They're having 3 players, because even Reece Nelson, Mikel Arteta, is not willing to loan him out. So I don't see legs on this story. I'm sorry to say, but I don't see it moving to materialization. I don't see it moving that side. So that is Cody Gakpo, and we talked about Gabriel Jesus, another shocker that he snubbed Real Madrid because Ancelotti was so much in need of this lad in there for you. But the Brazilian power of Edu and his connection with Mikel Arteta really won that battle, and the lad crossed the side, which goes by the names of Arsenal. Then Pablo Mari is linked to Fenerbahce. Having been linked to very many Italy clubs in there for you, he's linked to Fenerbahce now, and I think Arsenal is going to work on a lot of outgoings in there for you. Even the Bernard Leno deal is expected to happen anytime from now. Remember, the only player that Arsenal has really sold this summer is only Guendouzi to Marseille at 9.5 million pounds. I sign out for now. See you later. It's our first video of the day. Expect a marathon today. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates. I'm out.